think the grounds alone are pretty sacred. You know, the sun rises on this side and sets on this side, and you see it every day, and that in and of itself is like hope each day. I was at a previous program, and my roommate, who actually used to be my client because I used to work in the field, said, I know a great house, the Sheehan house, and I knew of the house because I was from Tewksbury and I had formerly, been part of the Lowell House. Went to the Lowell House back in 1996. I graduated from there, and I was good for a very long time. I worked for the Lowell House, so I knew of the Sheehan program. The reputation precedes itself. Had a long time, normal, like away from the life, all of it. I got married, had kids, went back to school, I worked in the field, so it was very humbling to have to come in as a client, like really humbling. And actually when I got here, there was a girl and she was like, oh, you're here working? Because I had known her when I worked at the detox. I was like, oh, I'm a client. But I never once ever felt, that was all in my head. Nobody ever made me feel like that. Like it was all love and support, totally supportive all the days, the good days, the bad days, and the call you on your stuff days, and just the connections with the girls. Some of them I'm still friends with, and I don't know, like I'm playing it like a reel in my mind of like the different people and like the laughing and the crying and just the connections you make. And I think that's what it is, like not a specific like, oh, this group and what that counselor said that. It wasn't that, it was the overall like, I'm gonna love you until you can love yourself. In early recovery, there's a lot of raw stuff happening individually with each person. And sometimes it can be heightened and it can be a lot. But beneath it all always was like love and support, and you knew the women in here had your back, and if you said, I'm going through it and I need somebody, someone was always there. There was always someone there. It became more of like a family. We'd sit down for meals and oh, you're out of K-cups, I got you here. It's just, we're all in this, like in the trenches together, so we're for each other. And some go and you'd never see them again, and some, like I said, I'm still close with. All ages and walks of life, and just from all backgrounds, sitting in a room together, doing the daily reflections and just dumping out all your stuff and really like feeling not alone. And so I remember when I graduated, I had moved to a sober house, and I came back for my graduation. And when I moved to the sober house, there was a lot of freedom, and I was kind of like, whoa, I don't know what to do with myself. So when I came back for my graduation and was surrounded by girls that had been with me through the journey, it was awesome. But my daughter and my two boys, and even my ex-husband, came and supported me, and they could see the impact that the house had on me, and the impact I had on some of the people, and they sat there, and I can picture them like mom's back, and to see them see me go through that and kind of like, let's talk about this disease, right? Let's talk about it. Let's not hide. Mom did some damage, but mom's back, and they can see that, and they were part of that, and they're my why for sure. So graduation was awesome. It was awesome fun to see, and even still, like being here was the first time I reconnected with my sister. First time I reconnected with my mom. My mom came down, so there was a lot of like getting back to my life while I was here. So I'm sure, I know they're grateful for the Sheehan house too. Change is uncomfortable, growing is hard, but you it's breakthrough too. You get through. So as a graduate perspective, so with the class that I teach, it's cool because so when I was here, I also took P2E, and now I'm teaching it. So when the girls come in and they'll talk about the house, and it's just like, I don't, oh yeah, me too when I was there. I don't let on like that, but it's just like, I know.